Hello again. Haven't been out doing videos for a while now. This is just the start of April. This is the 10th of April. It's a glorious day, absolutely. We've had a fantastic week. We've been based in Drumnadrochit for the last week, and we've done hikes. We've gone up Ben Wyvis, Ben Nevis. We've been up to the Irish Monument on the Black Isle. We've toured round about Loch Ness. Done a whole sort of things. And I'll maybe try and do a video about that, but this is just a wee short video I thought I would do. Because today, with this lovely weather, we're hiking out to the Falls of Glomach, which is one of the highest waterfalls in Scotland. Not the highest, but it's up there with the big boys. But it's a good long hike to get there. It's going to take us about 5 to 6 hours to hike in and hike back out again. Weather conditions are amazing though, so we're looking forward to this. Not a place that I've been to before. I did actually many years ago, back about 2004 I think it was. I built sections of this footpath, which I'll turn round. It is actually a really nice footpath. It's very well defined. I can't take much credit. I only did a wee bit of the footpath, and it was a long time ago, so it's probably been fixed since I did it. But aye, it's a nice easy path to follow. So what I'll do in this video is I'll probably just take little shots of different sections of the path just to show you the terrain that we're going through, and then hopefully if I get there I'll take some pictures of the waterfall. The waterfall is in a bit of a hollow, so it's kind of a difficult waterfall. It's not one that you can stand back and see the whole thing of, so it might not look too spectacular on the camera. What more can I tell you about it? The name, unfortunately I'm not a Gaelic speaker, so I can only go by other people's interpretations. But the name is, I've heard two explanations for the name. One is that Glomach comes from sort of the gloaming, and it means the waterfalls of mist. The other one I've heard is that it comes from a Gaelic word which implies dread, gloom and forbidding. So it could be the Forbidding Falls. This is quite ominous. That sounds a wee bit like something out of Indiana Jones. We're going to the Forbidding Falls. Anyway, it's a lovely day. I don't think it's going to be forbidding. And when I get there, I'll show you as much as I can. Hope you enjoy. We followed the path that starts from Morvich. This is generally regarded as the easiest route. The path starts gently, following the course of the Avon Connacht River into Glen Conyakin, where you cross a grassy pasture, following a vague signpost to the falls. After crossing the pasture, the path descends to a river where you cross the first of 3 bridges. The next section of the trail joins a forestry road that borders a plantation of conifer trees, and then you will pass an old abandoned deerstalker's bothy. After crossing the 3rd bridge, the going gets tougher, because from now on you're following an old deerstalker's path through the hills. The path climbs up to a bealach, but take time as you climb to look out for red deer, as are often to be seen on the sides of this glen. After the bealach, the going gets easier, as the path levels out and you cross open moorland. You are now almost at the waterfall and the river comes into sight. You just have to navigate a zigzagging descent down to the last stretch. But watch out, because the last little bit just before you come to the head of the waterfall is really quite boggy and you have to watch careful where you stand. The waterfall is spectacular and you'll hear it before you see it. If you're an experienced walker, you can continue from the Falls of Glomach on a path that goes all the way out to Glen Elchaig, but that's a long path and would involve leaving your car or getting a pickup at Dorney. However, it is worth walking along the path a little distance to get the best viewpoint of the falls. But please be very careful, as the path is narrow with steep drops. So here we are, the Falls of Glomach, and if I had to take a bet on what the Gaelic word actually meant, I would think fearsome is a pretty good translation, because That's quite a daunting waterfall. I'm clinging to this hillside because that is a massive drop down there. I think I'm correct in saying it's 119 metres high, or is it 109 metres high? It's over 100 metres high. It's an impressive waterfall. There's nothing. The only downside I would say is you can't get a really good perspective of the whole waterfall in a runner. And to get to the bottom of the waterfall, you've got a very precipitous path coming down here. So I think we've done enough. I think this is as close as I want to get. What I would say, it took us now 2.5 hours to hike out here. That was with very few stops, so 2.5 hours on the way out. Pleasant walk, very good path, couldn't fault that. We've got absolutely perfect conditions today. So certainly if you have moderate fitness, and I wouldn't rate myself any higher than that, it is a feasible walk to do in a day trip, or even half a day, and then do something else in the afternoon. So that's us back at the car, 2.5 hours in, half-hour lunch break, and 2 hours back. A good round trip. Not an easy walk, but Falls of Glomach certainly lived up to their name. It's a forbidding, fearsome, awesome sight. Well worth doing. Not a hike for everyone, but certainly something that we recommend. Other thing I would say is, if you are coming to do this hike, please remember all the footpaths are maintained by the National Trust for Scotland, which is a charity, so please give them a donation, because it is fantastic work that they're doing here, and there is a donation box down at the visitor centre where you can leave a donation for the footpaths. Thank you.